All right, so we are ready now for part two of the portable first aid kit. I'm using a wheeled Coleman, uh, um, what is it, freezer, if you will, for in the car. And you can see that we're down to our second Cabela's tackle box. And I'm just going to show you that one, and I'm going to go down for the rest of them. And I'm sorry I moved the part one so much. I know it probably wasn't fun, so I'll try to be more still in my presentation. So self-adhesive bandages. You can see what's inside. I like that too for these ones because it's easy to just see. So I use the elastoplast band-aids, and if you want, you could stick instructions for how to do different things with bandages on there, or the moleskin directions. I like this, the moleskin. This is an Adventure Medical kit, and it's for blisters, either on your toes or on your heels. So a really good thing to have on hand for sure. You want to be able to have people be able to walk around. I also have obstetrical wipes. These are a larger type of wipe and nice for cleaning wounds. And then a scissor from the medical supply store. I tried to get blunt-ended scissors and pointy-ended scissors because those are usually the two different needs. For the polysporin, I want to point out that the kids' polysporin, this green one, has got non-stinging formula. And I think that this is super important, not just for kids, but if you know anybody with autism, even if they're an adult or elderly, but they have autism, they're very, very sensitive to pain. So this kind of a thing would really help them a lot. So try to have non-stinging as well as regular polysporin on hand, or whatever you're using for antibacterial. The next box, and remember I organize these top down because that's how you open up the freezer. So the Coleman freezer. So I have rolls of gauze, tape, and scissors, and I've labeled it again in all the languages that I can. And again, you could put more instructions on here for first aid. I did small iPads, some safety pins, because I'm also including the self-cling gauze bandages, and as well I have, let me lift this a little bit, I have the this one, which is a tensor pad. So that's one that you might need to pin, and if you lose these little pins, then you'll have to use safety pins. The polysporin, I have two different kinds in here. I have a triple and I have a complete for antibacterial care. I also have sterile gauze pads that are about 2 inches by 2 inches, and two types of tape. I got this tape for like arms and legs, or something that's less painful part of the body. And this one can be like for the face, like to attach the iPads, or to attach somewhere where the skin is more sensitive, where the skin pulls more, maybe like near the inner elbow, that kind of area. So this is all just for bandaging. And the next box, this box is for medicine and baby care. And I put the two together just because I was running out of space. I wanted to devote the last box to dental care, because teeth are so important, and it's so crippling if you're in dental pain. With this one, again, you could have the different information for the different medications just pasted on here. Let me show you what I've done. I've got a different company's electrolyte package for oral rehydration therapy. You use this after diarrhea or after vomiting. It helps people to maintain their energy levels. So in the narrow part of the fish tackle box, where people normally have their different flies for fly fishing, I've put these little bottles of the different painkillers, including the low dosage aspirin for people who have strokes and will need a little bit of aspirin every day. I have Imodium here for stopping diarrhea, because diarrhea is very, very debilitating. and especially with older people. And I have a pill cutter, and in that kit came the pill crusher. So if you don't have two spoons handy, you can just use the pill crusher. And I got children's Tylenol, fever and pain, 0 to 23 months. This is part of the baby care. And for colic, I believe when babies are coughing, they can spit up milk, and then they're not getting their nutrition, and they'll get weaker and weaker. So it's important to stop that. So I got this oval. I couldn't pack the box. So what I did was I used a label maker to tell me, or the person who's doing first aid, what it's for. And right next to it, I have the medicated, or the measurements for the medication of the oval right there with the eyedropper. Now over here I have other eyedroppers. I have plain eyedroppers for babies to give them medicine, and I have the ones that have more measurements on them also for babies to give medicine or small children. These little wipes are great, again, if you're going to do injections with needles, sterilizing needle tips. I don't know how to do injections. I'm going to get some more of those obstetrical wipes and fill up this little part in here with those. And here I have some poison ivy soap. I may have gotten this from Lehman's Non-Electric in Ohio, but otherwise it would be from Lee Valley hardware store in Canada. And I have some cotton swabs for the ears. And here in this section I kind of put together other kits for babies. I have something to clear out the ears, the ear canal, and then I have little pins for diapers, and I have cloth diapers at the bottom of my kit. It'll be a while probably before we can go to disposable once the disposables are used up. And this is a nasal aspirator set. So this green thing on the top and on the back are the instructions, and I included that in the kit. And I have a little frog light in here. So with these ones, you press it once for light. And if you're in an emergency situation where there's been an earthquake and you're trapped, you can go 1, 2, and it flashes, and hopefully somebody will see you at nighttime. If you flash that when it's dark, hopefully somebody will come around and see you. So those are good to have. And now I'm going to try to put this down oh so carefully for you. All right. The last box is the dental care box. And this one has got, I'm not totally prepared because I don't have stainless steel for dental care. I have plastic. Got these I think at the dollar store at the time. So a little mirror and the little probes, and the other side it's more flat probe. They'll have to do for now. I need to get stainless steel online. I have some dental floss and some more dental floss. Part of dental hygiene, really important. If you get one that isn't waxed, that's non-waxed, then you can use it with the Kearney fallout meter. If you happen to look into that in the book Nuclear War Survival Skills, it's on the MJJ Prophecy website. So have a look for that book. The Dental Medic is a great dental kit. It's Adventure Medical Kits again. I think I got this at ProBass shops, but you should be able to go online with them and get a dental kit. And what the dental kit looks like is it's got the instructions. It's got some really nice gauze here. It's got wax that you can mold and even melt a little bit if you need to. It's got 2 packets of oral pain relief. And this is interesting. The tea bag, if you bite down on the tea bag actually, black tea stops bleeding, so they include that in there. And then the company Darby in the UK has a temporary cavity filling material, and the people selling it are in it's Darby Dental Supply in Jericho, New York, so you can look them up and see. And this kit is meant for hikers, so they include 2 little toothpicks to help you mix things together. I'm thinking that because I've got this kit, I can do a little better. So I got these from an artist type of supply. And so I think we can kind of work on probing and cleaning at the gum level and stuff like that, and even mixing up the putty for a temporary filling with these tools. So just something to have on hand. I may not need all of them, but I have them. Now, if we go back in here, we're looking at the bottom of my kit, and you'll see I've got another bottle of the 0.9% saline solution for cleaning wounds, so that people don't get shock. It's the same percentage as the human body's. It's less than 1% salt. And then I've got 2 boxes of nitrile gloves. A lot of people have allergies to latex, so try to go for the nitrile, the blue ones. I use large. I tried them on. Large fits my hand, but it may not be me. It may be somebody who has larger hands, so I got the extra small. And I put the sizes just in each box so that they can't be mixed up and nobody's messing around with trying to find the size that fits them and wasting gloves. And the cloth diapers are in vacuum seal bags. So that is that. The last thing I want to show you is how I'm storing the batteries for the flashlight and for the moonlight. So let me show you that. These were on the side of the medical kit. So this is for the round disc batteries for the moonlights. And all I did here was I grabbed some cardboard from a medication that I bought for the kit. Okay, and all I did was seal it up with plastic wrap for food. And I got these little canisters, these flat little canisters at a Lee Valley hardware store, and they just fit in the side of my kit, so they worked well. And what I did was I covered them with cardboard, but as an extra precaution, I wrapped the batteries in cardboard, sealed that with tape, and then I've got saran wrap over top to insulate against any kind of touching of metal. And then here with this one's got the flashlight batteries. It's got the AA's. So again, I've covered the top, I've covered the sides that are there where the batteries are, and I've covered the bottom with cardboard, but just in case, here is food wrap to hopefully protect the batteries. We'll see how that does. Yes, EMP will go through even the plastic thickness of the Coleman cooler. And directly in front of us is Pope Gregory XVII. The Pope was put into exile after the death of Pope Pius XII. He was elected October 26, 1958, and he endured exile until his death on May 2, 1989. And this picture was taken around the time of anti-Pope Paul VI. And this is his confessor, a Capuchin friar, Padre Damaso. And so the Holy Father looks like he's been sick, suffering. The worst was probably with Paul VI, the time he had with him. So please pray for the Pope in exile, and let's do our best and say our rosary daily, all 15 decades, joyful, sorrowful, and glorious. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.